This one line will get girls obsessed with you and desperate to meet up. What I'm going to share with you now will get you massive results.
Most guys think they understand what women want, but they're playing a completely different game than what actually works. You've probably been there yourself. You meet someone amazing, and suddenly you're sending good morning texts, planning elaborate dates, and making yourself available whenever she calls. And then, somehow, she starts pulling away. Sound familiar? Here's what nobody wants to tell you. The nice guy approach isn't just ineffective, it's actually counterproductive. While you're trying to prove your worth through constant attention and grand gestures, you're unknowingly triggering the exact psychological patterns that kill attraction. But what if I told you there's a completely different playbook that actually works? Today we're diving deep into the psychology of desire and uncovering why some men naturally captivate women without even trying, while others chase endlessly and come up empty. This isn't about manipulation or playing games. It's about understanding the fundamental patterns of human attraction and positioning yourself as someone truly worth pursuing. If you're ready to flip the script and discover what actually creates lasting fascination, you're in the right place. Let's get started. The first principle that changes everything is learning when not to be there. Most men kill attraction by being too accessible. Think about your favorite restaurant. If it was open 24/7 and never had a wait, would it feel as special? Probably not. Scarcity creates value, and this applies to your time and attention too. When you're always available, you're essentially communicating that your life revolves around her. You answer every text immediately, drop plans to see her, and make it clear she's your top priority before she's even earned that position. This removes all sense of anticipation and challenge from the dynamic.
If a girl ghosts you, simply say this. Can I be truly honest about something? And I know it's simple, it doesn't have to be dramatic.
Women are naturally drawn to men whose time feels valuable. Not because they're playing hard to get, but because they genuinely have fulfilling lives with goals, friendships, and responsibilities that sometimes come first. When you have genuine commitments and interests, your attention becomes something worth earning rather than something freely given. Consider this scenario. She texts you Wednesday afternoon, asking if you're free that evening. Instead of canceling your gym session or rearranging your schedule, you respond that you're already committed, but suggest meeting Friday instead. What happens here is profound. You've demonstrated that you have a life, created anticipation for your next meeting, and shown that your time has boundaries. This doesn't mean being cold or unavailable. It means being selectively available in a way that maintains your own life while making the time you do spend together more meaningful. The second game-changing principle involves creating healthy tension through the possibility of loss. Now, this sounds harsh, but hear me out. When someone feels completely secure that they'll never lose you regardless of how they treat you, human nature kicks in and they start taking you for granted. Attraction thrives in the space between security and uncertainty. She needs to feel emotionally safe with you, but she also needs to understand that disrespect or taking you for granted could have consequences. This isn't about threatening to leave over minor disagreements. It's about maintaining your standards and self-respect. Most men do the opposite. They announce their unwavering loyalty so aggressively that they remove all sense of accountability from the relationship. They communicate that no matter what happens, they'll always be there. While this might sound romantic, it actually kills motivation for her to continue investing in the connection. When you maintain your independence and demonstrate through actions that you won't tolerate being undervalued, it creates a different dynamic. She realizes she's dealing with someone who has options and self-respect. This naturally motivates higher investment from her side because she understands the relationship has to be mutually beneficial to continue. Let's say she's been canceling plans last minute to hang out with friends. Instead of pleading for her time or accepting this behavior indefinitely, you calmly communicate that you're looking for someone who prioritizes the relationship appropriately. Then you actually follow through by living your life and maintaining your standards. The third principle is about controlling the pace of progression rather than letting her dictate it. Many men meet someone they like and immediately start moving at her preferred speed. They text when she wants, hang out when she's available, and commit before they've even fully evaluated compatibility. This hands control over to her and positions you as someone just grateful to be included rather than someone making intentional choices about the relationship's direction. Women are more attracted to men who set the tone and decide how things progress based on genuine compatibility rather than rushed emotions.
If she ignored your messages and left you unread, go ahead and do this.
Taking control of the pace means you decide when conversations get deeper, when you spend more time together, and when the relationship becomes more serious. This gives both of you time to properly evaluate each other while maintaining the excitement of anticipation. When you rush into deep commitment, you remove the fun of gradual discovery. She doesn't get to wonder about you or feel excited about earning access to deeper parts of your world. Slowing things down keeps attraction alive while ensuring you're making decisions from a position of strength rather than scarcity. The fourth principle completely reverses the typical dynamic by making her seek your approval rather than the other way around. Too many men spend relationships trying to impress her through expensive dates, constant compliments, and endless favors, hoping she'll recognize their worth. But here's the reality check. Your value isn't something she decides. It's something you already possess, and she either recognizes it or she doesn't. When you position yourself as the one seeking validation, you're communicating that you're not accustomed to being valued. Instead, become someone who expects others to demonstrate their worth to you. This doesn't make you arrogant. It makes you selective. You don't hand out your time, attention, and emotional energy to just anyone attractive. They need to earn it through respect, consistency, and how they treat you. When she realizes you're not automatically impressed just because she's beautiful, something shifts. She starts working harder to show you she offers more than just physical attractiveness. That's when she begins chasing your validation instead of the other way around. This means having standards for behavior and communication. It means not accepting disrespect or inconsistency just because someone is attractive. It means evaluating her character and compatibility rather than just being grateful for her attention.
Stop sending girls, hey, hello, how are you? You will get ignored again. You will get left on red. You will just look like every other boring guy.
The final principle is maintaining an element of mystery throughout the relationship. The moment someone feels they've completely figured you out, excitement begins to fade. Humans are naturally drawn to what they can't fully predict, and relationships are no different. Most men kill mystery early by oversharing every detail about their past, their daily routine, and their future plans. They think transparency builds connection, but it actually removes curiosity. If she knows exactly what you're doing at all times and can predict your responses, what's left for her to discover? Mystery doesn't mean being secretive or dishonest. It means having depth and revealing yourself gradually over time. Keep some interests, experiences, and thoughts for later discovery. Let her learn about different aspects of your personality as the relationship develops naturally. When she's curious, she invests more mental energy, She thinks about you when you're apart, wonders what you're up to, and looks forward to learning more. This ongoing discovery process keeps relationships fresh and prevents them from becoming predictable. The truth is, mystery prevents you from becoming boring, and in relationships, boredom is the enemy of attraction. Don't hand over the complete picture immediately. Let her enjoy putting together the puzzle piece by piece over time. Here's what most men refuse to accept. Attraction isn't unconditional. It's tied to how someone feels about you in each moment. If you stop being the person who originally captured her interest, those feelings will naturally change. This isn't cruel, it's just human psychology. Understanding this reality is actually liberating because it means you have control over maintaining attraction through your choices and behavior. The principles we've covered today aren't temporary tactics, they're sustainable approaches to being genuinely attractive long-term.
As an entrepreneur, I used to think once I would hit my business goals, women would just show up. And you know what? They didn't.
These concepts challenge conventional dating advice because they require you to prioritize your own growth and standards rather than focusing solely on pleasing someone else. When you become someone worth pursuing rather than someone doing the pursuing, everything changes. Remember, this isn't about manipulation or playing games. It's about understanding human psychology and positioning yourself authentically as someone of value. The most attractive people aren't necessarily the richest or most physically appealing. They're the ones who understand their worth and carry themselves accordingly. What I've shared today represents just the beginning of mastering attraction psychology. In our next discussion, we'll explore the single biggest mistake that kills romantic interest instantly, something almost every man does without realizing its devastating impact. If these insights resonated with you, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss what's coming next.